SD Fat Loss, and you know it by now, but I'm going to remind you that I lost 40 pounds thanks to SD Fat Loss in their program, and I'm finally looking forward to going into a summer because of it. I feel better, I have more energy, I've been eating better, and not only did I lose the weight, but SD Fat Loss in the program also kind of changed my life and taught me how I should be eating going forward, because I'm not young anymore, and I cannot eat all that bad food and just think it's not going to stick with me. SD Fat Loss taught me what to eat, when to eat, how much to eat, all of that stuff. They helped me get my portions under control. They helped me understand why I'm losing weight, and they helped me understand how I can continue to lose weight or maintain going forward. And for a limited time, you can get $200 off the program if you say my name, Scraby from 97.3 The Fan. Tell them Scraby from 97.3 The Fan sent you, and you will get $200 off your program. So take them up on the free consultation right now, 858-665-3211, or go to sdfatloss.com.
Yale Diablo Burger is back at Carl's Jr. Crispy bacon, cheese, fiery habanero sauce, and jalapeno poppers. It's our spiciest burger ever, so...
Give in to your devilish desires.
Ignore the devil, everyone.
You know you want that spicy burger.
Please, I'm just saying that.
Get that
I'm just saying
spicy
that.
burger.
Come on, man. El Diablo is back for all eternity. Only at Carl's Jr. Big Burger!
Get burger.
Okay, let's say you have some savings you want to put to work, but you don't want to hand it over to a bank you don't trust. Easy solution. Come to Mission Fed.
Right now, earn 4.75% APY on a 10-month certificate.
Open your account in any branch or online at missionfed.com. APY means annual percentage yield. Minimum opening deposit is $2,000. Subject to approval. Terms and conditions apply. Federally insured by NCUA. Visit missionfed.com to learn more.
DQ presents how to officially start your summer. Step 1, head to the perfect spot to kick off the season, DQ. Step 2, try the new Summer Blizzard menu. I mean, summer is right there in the name. In Step 3, dig into flavors like new peanut butter cookie dough party, new picnic peach cobbler, and more. Because with treats like these, every bite feels like you're starting summer off right. But don't wait. These flavors are only around as long as summer is. Make the season official with the new Summer Blizzard menu. Only at DQ. Happy tastes good.
If you need bold banners to boost your business, but you're on a budget, think Staples. Posters, flyers, signs, and menus for less. Think Staples. Staples can print anything you need to move your business forward. Now at Staples, save $50 on your print purchase of $150 or more. Same-day service available on hundreds of items if you order by noon. And all backed by Staples' Print Perfect guarantee. So it's done right or it's printed again free. Staples, your local print and marketing expert. And 6-1, visit staples.com/print for details.
Stay right there, because in just 2 minutes, we'll be back to Gwen and Chris Fun on 97.3 The Fan.
Without the ones like you, who work tirelessly to keep things running, everything would suddenly stop. Hospitals, factories, schools, and power plants, they all depend on you. No matter the weather, emergency, or time of day, you're the ones who get it done. At Grainger, we're here for you with professional-grade industrial supplies. Count on real-time product availability and fast delivery. Call, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
For the ones who work hard to ensure their crew can always go the extra mile. And the ones who get in early, so everyone can go home on time. There's Grainger, offering professional-grade supplies backed by product experts, so you can quickly and easily find what you need. Plus, you can count on access to a committed team ready to go the extra mile for you. Call, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Around here at Wrangler, we are all excited for spring. The longer days, the warmer nights. When you've got your pick of shorts and jeans, either works just fine. Blue skies, open roads. Wrangler, for the ride of life.
Get 5 quarts of O'Reilly full synthetic motor oil and a microhard oil filter for $31.99 at O'Reilly Auto Parts. In-store only, limit supply.
This is Jim Rome with an Odyssey Sports Minute, sponsored by Wrangler. It's Wrangler season out there. Open roads, endless horizons. Shop Wrangler.com for new denim. Click down on the top seat in the East. The Boston Celtics, so far so good. They hammered the Cavaliers last night, so the only drama in Boston right now is trying to figure Jason Tatum. I'm Jim Rome.
Did you miss anything from your favorite fan talk show? The Odyssey app's chaptering feature allows you to skip any segment you want. Take a listen to those cast members on 97.3 The Fan.
Jr. and the Padres heading home after a 3-0 shutout win in Chicago today. As the score might suggest, the pitching was really good. Dylan Cease, 7 innings, 1 infield hit allowed, walked 2, hit a batter, and struck out 12. He K'd the side 3 times, 113 pitches, the second most thrown by any pitcher in baseball this season, tied his personal career high. Yeah, I was thinking about it too, Scrape, but the way the bullpen ahead of Suarez has struggled. Did Mike Schilt force a 7th inning out of Dylan Cease today because he didn't feel comfortable going to anybody else? Or, did he just go with Dylan Cease because he was the guy to go with? Yeah, I'm not sure.
That's a good question.
Yeah, Wandy Peralta pitched the 8th inning, and frankly, I kind of got on the edge of my couch in the 8th inning. You know what I mean? Like 3-0 with Cease, the Cubs would have, never caught up against him. But he couldn't pitch anymore after all those pitches. So Peralta comes into the 8th, and I get a little worried. But Peralta had a shutdown 1-2-3 inning, as did, of course, Mr. Dependable right now, Robert Suarez.
Someone in the chat said, what is the record for the Padres since Mike Schilt trusted Manny against the Reds? And I went back and looked. They're 6-2. So maybe that sparked something, Chris.
6-2
since
including that victory.
Including that victory.
Right. Since they did the Manny Machado thing.
Yeah.
6-2 and really could have been 7-1. But they, let the one get away last night.
How could they ever?
And the other one, of course, the 2 losses, right, were in the Waldron and Vasquez starts. It's exactly what we're talking about. They've got to, it's not easy. Those are not your best 2 starters, but you got to win some of those games in order to get away from the 500, the dreaded 500 mark.
We have some breaking news.
Do I get a sounder?
Oh, I guess it is sounder worthy.
Okay.
It's not baseball or football, it's basketball. Nikola Jokic, MVP.
He's won again.
He's won again, apparently.
Well, they didn't look at him play the other night before they got the vote in.
Yes, he's 3rd MVP in 4 seasons.
How about that?
That's pretty crazy.
I got to say, Jokic is really good. This is going to be his greatest challenge ever. Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, Luka Doncic were the runners-up to Jokic. You're right. He wins his 3rd. That's a lot of MVP awards. You're talking
4 years. That's crazy.
Just overall, you're talking, Jordan. You're talking Bird. You're talking Magic. You're talking Kareem. Wilt. I don't know how many guys have won 3, but there's not many more than that. And now Jokic is on that list. But just to finish up, because we were talking about basketball last segment. This is the toughest challenge ever for Denver. If he and Denver can get out of this after the way Minnesota's dominated the first 2 games, it's going to really say something about Jokic. So, he's going to have to find a way, and Denver's going to have to find a way. They play Friday, Game 3 in Minneapolis. All right, thank you for that, Scraby. Let's check traffic and then get into today's Big 5.
From the 97.3 The Fan Traffic Center, here's Kelly Danick.
Well, folks are doing a real sucky job of navigating our roads this afternoon, guys, especially on the southbound freeways. Now, South 5 has Claremont Drive collision over the right shoulder. South 163's got a crash at the East 8 connector. You got right lanes. Also traveling on South 805 at Imperial, an accident not showing if lanes are blocked. But the biggest problem would be South 15. Claremont Mesa Boulevard off-ramp is closed, all due to a crash that resulted in a vehicle fire. Also going to find East 52 before Convoy, 2 right lanes blocked with a collision. Westbound King Freeway at Kelton, collision in the center divide. There's a vehicle over the right shoulder as well. And northbound 15 before Rancho Bernardo Road, crash over the right shoulder. I'm Kelly Danick with Will and Chris, San Diego's #1 sports station, 97.3 The Fan.
It's that time of the show when we check on the latest in sports. Only the most important topics and questions are brought to light.
Stop what you're doing and listen.
These news stories will astound and amaze you. The one, the only.
Oh my God, who the hell cares?
The Big Five starts now on 97.3 The Fan.
This hour on 97.3 The Fan is brought to you by the Farmer's Dog. Fresh, human-grade dog food from a healthier weight to more energy. When you switch your dog's food to the Farmer's Dog, the effects can feel magical. What sorcery is this? None at all, Chris. It's just real-made food for the health of dogs. Get 50% off your first box at thefarmersdog.com/radio. I appreciate it when I used to get Farmer's Dog and they would put dry ice in there, and then I get to play with the dry ice. That was fun.
To play with the dry ice. How does that go?
Oh, I would put it into like a
throw it
plastic,
up in the air and catch it?
No,
What do you do with it?
Put it into a plastic cauldron and confuse the dogs as to why there's like smoke coming out of the cauldron.
Interesting.
I'm a 5-year-old in a 38-year-old's body, Chris.
Have you checked with Ben Higgins to see if he actually enjoys
I have not.
a little Farmer's Dog himself?
You know, as
he seemed to intimate on one of his commercial reads?
I will say, I never actually tasted the Farmer's Dog food myself, but it wouldn't be the craziest thing for someone to have a little taste of that. It's real food. It really is. Anyway. All right.
I think it'd be a little crazy. We have one quick other note. Somebody wrote in. We want to be we want to appreciate everybody. The Mojo, our new professional volleyball team, won its match last night over your team, the Columbus Fury. Mojo win, and apparently with that victory, they clinch a postseason spot.
Nice job.
In the inaugural season of the Pro Volleyball Federation.
I gotta say, this volleyball season moved a little bit fast.
Really did seem like we just had Carrie Walsh on about a month ago.
Yeah.
Season, and now they're already 11-11. Anyway, good job, the Mojo. If anybody's been down there to see a match yet, but Pro Volleyball.
I need to go.
They had a winning team, apparently.
I honestly thought I had more time, but I guess I don't. But anyway.
Number 5.
The Cincinnati Reds, we're going for a cross and carryover, I have a feeling. The Cincinnati Reds currently have the worst team batting average in baseball entering today and are currently in the midst of a 6-game losing streak as of this morning. Now, the Padres just saw the Reds and took 2 of 3 from them, and the overall feel was the Padres had a good series win. Now, more of the season has happened, granted not much more, but we may be seeing the Reds aren't as good as we thought. Chris, can wins throughout a season be diminished by a team being worse than we thought?
I don't know exactly what. Oh, you mean the Padres wins?
Yes.
And so now you look at the Reds and you say, well, maybe that's not as impressive.
Yes.
No, I don't think so. And the reason I say that is because the Padres can't even beat the Rockies. So they got to take advantage and enjoy every win they get, Reds included. The other thing with the Reds, their statistics say they're a bad team, but I don't think they're a bad team. Defensively, they need work. Spencer Steer, they're still trying to fix left field from when he boggled it here last week so badly at Petco Park. But batting average, really, in this day and age, doesn't mean as much. The Reds get on base, they steal bases,
they have some power.
Hit home runs. So, I think the Reds are, still, a ball club that could be heard from moving forward. So, no, I don't take any losses or any wins lightly. Same way as, I don't lose a game to a good team and say that's okay. You got to beat good teams too. So, either way.
Yes. Can wins throughout the season be diminished by a team being worse than we thought? I remember, for some reason, it sticks in my head that the Padres could not beat the Royals last year. And the Royals at the time, this year, they're a good team. At the time, they were not very good last year. And those wins, even if the Padres got those wins, we wouldn't have cared who it came against. So wins do not get diminished over time.
They don't get diminished, but they
look different.
They can cost you a little bit, because you look at that. They lost 2 out of 3 to the Royals last year. They lost 7-8 games to the Rockies last year, right? They ended up missing the playoffs by 2 games.
And yeah,
so every game matters.
Could have swept the Royals and been in.
Every game matters.
Shoulda, coulda, woulda.
In that regard, yes, sir.
Number 4.
Ipe Mizuhara agreed today to plead guilty to federal charges of felony bank fraud and submitting a false tax return after authorities found he stole nearly $17 million from Dodgers superstar Shohei Ohtani in order to pay off gambling debts to an illegal sportsbook. Mizuhara is my age, Chris. This is kind of crazy. I feel like this guy should be older for all he's done. But he had been Ohtani's longtime interpreter as he's expected to enter his guilty plea in the coming weeks. Total maximum sentence he could receive for both crimes would be 33 years imprisonment and fines of $1.25 million.
He ought to be able to afford that if he stole 17 mil.
Well, it's all gone.
I know, I'm kidding.
But in exchange for his plea, prosecutors, they would recommend a reduced sentence, and the plea agreement says that he will be required to pay full restitution of $16.975 million.
That's not happening.
To Ohtani.
That's not happening.
Also,
where's he going to come up with the money to pay Ohtani back?
They're going to garnish his wages till the end of time.
No, he's going to have to win at gambling. That's the only way he's going to get that kind of money.
Also,
is he going to get jail time ultimately?
They say up to 33 years.
No, I know up to 33.
I doubt he gets jail time. I really do. But he's not going to be able to pay back the $17 million either.
I don't necessarily look at him as a danger to society.
I don't either.
You know,
but desperate people do desperate things, and it could become a danger to society. I'm up first. Are we just accepting this and moving on? As much as I want to say, like, this has been the quickest process of clearing a name in the history of clearing names, I guess we have to move on. I guess.
You're trying to say, should we investigate Ohtani further?
No, that's not what I'm saying. But it's just like,
you're upset that Ohtani didn't found to be guilty of anything.
No, I didn't say that. I'm upset because it seems like they have tried to scrub this so squeaky clean out of baseball, and it happened in the matter of a month, Chris.
Well, in a situation where somebody could get that close to his money and take all that from him, I just don't think there's anything there, even though you wish there was.
I don't think that he is guilty. I just think that we have moved on from this way too quick.
Number 3.
Press conferences that I had that we were in the market in recruiting in the transfer portal looking for defensive linemen. It hasn't fared very well, quite frankly, because we're selling recruit. We want to engage, build relationships. We want to develop, retain, and have success. We're not in the market of buying players, and unfortunately, right now, that's what some guys are looking for.
There you go. So Brian Kelly says they're not in the market to buying players. It's really funny. His southern accent has gone away over the years.
He only had it the day he got hired.
He got hired. Chris, is he going to be left behind if he doesn't pay for some of his players?
I think to a certain extent, especially at LSU, he's going to be.
Yeah.
With the kind of competition they have. But I honestly don't believe him. First of all, you can only believe Brian Kelly as far as you can throw him, which isn't too far. So I don't believe this guy. You're going to tell me that LSU is not paying any money to any of these guys to bring them in? Are you kidding me? It's Louisiana State University. They compete with Alabama and Georgia and all these teams.
Auburn, all those teams.
Give me a break, Brian. You want me to boo-hoo and feel sorry for you because LSU is trying to do things the right way?
He's trying to set up a moral high ground, but college football coaches, and I hate to lump all of them in together, but I will. College football coaches don't really follow a moral high ground.
They don't, especially at that level. You can say what you will about Deion, but at least Deion just tells it like it is. Because I'm going out there paying as much money as I can, get the best team I can get. Everyone's trying to do that. He's the only one willing to say it.
I guess so, yeah.
And Brian Kelly's going the complete opposite direction. I'm just not picking up his vibe.
I don't know how many five-star players are going to care that you're not paying. You're building a team of high-character individuals, and I think that's great. It's not going to work for him.
You're right. If he's right, if all the LSU is going to do is build high-character guys, they're going to stay in the program for 5 years, and none of them are going to make any money or NIL money, then I expect LSU to start finishing behind Vanderbilt in the SEC standings.
True. And they should keep him on board.
And I don't think any of that's going to be happening anytime soon.
No, the minute he starts getting beat by his teams in the SEC, he's going to...
Yeah, Brian, go tell your story walking. I don't believe it.
Number 2.
The Indianapolis Star has barred sports columnist Greg Doyle from covering Caitlin Clark in the Indiana Fever this summer following his exchange with the WNBA rookie in her introductory news conference. The Star did confirm this decision in an email to the Washington Post, and Bob Kravitz, a former Star columnist, said, quote, Indianapolis Star sports columnist Greg Doyle will not be covering the Indiana Fever. Oh, wait, no, that wasn't him. Sorry. That was a Star spokesman. Anyway, Kravitz also reported that Doyle was in the midst of a 2-week suspension. The Star did not confirm his suspension, but the Post cited a source familiar with the station that Doyle is indeed suspended without pay. So I'm up first. Did he deserve this sentence, for lack of a better term? He just worked himself out at one of the biggest sports stories in the country, but what he did was creepy. And maybe it was meant to come off as a friendly thing. It did not come off as a friendly thing. If you don't remember, he did the heart hands to Caitlin Clark.
Well, she made her. He said, "What did it sign about?" And then he said, "If you'll keep doing that to me, we'll get along fine."
Like give him the heart hands, and everybody was like, "This is weird." So they're suspending him. I think this is the only move you can make if you're the Indianapolis Star, because I bet you she doesn't want this guy anywhere near her. Chris?
I don't know. I don't think Caitlin is all that concerned about Greg Doyle, but this is what they had to do in order to at least give off the. The appearance, thank you, that, they're not going to allow people in their employee to make these kinds of mistakes.
I will say he's been overly apologetic, which is a good thing, but it's too late.
He's still got to serve a little bit of a penance. By the way, speaking of Caitlin Clark, the other big story that came out in the last 24 hours, the WNBA is now going to charter for all of its teams to all of the road games. They've never done that before.
What?
That's right. WNBA is getting
these vets are going to hate these new rookies getting all this good stuff.
Caitlin Clark's bringing it on.
All right, when we get back, we have number one, and the only reason I'm carrying it over because it's about Snoop Dogg. You got to listen for the Snoop Dogg news when we get back here on 97.3 The Fan.
Need to get updated on the latest in the world of sports?